Welcome back to another episode of Double Shot, guys.
Maybe the best one yet.
Maybe the best one yet. I'm Kevin.
And I'm Nick.
I thought you were Joe.
Oh, it depends how I'm feeling.
Yeah. I guess it depends how I'm feeling, because I could kind of be Nick, too.
Yes.
Not with this scarf.
So for our audio...
Yeah, for our audio-only listeners, how about we describe each other?
Yeah, so what I'm looking at right now is Kate dressed as Kevin Jonas, basically. We've got a very, Disney Channel-esque scarf going on, tied exactly how you would think. We have this, newsboy hat.
Yeah, newsboy. Yeah.
Classic, black Ray-Bans.
But not Ray-Bans brand, obviously.
Oh, knockoff Ray-Bans, of course.
Yeah.
And then we have a vintage Jonas Brothers, probably a 2008 tour t-shirt.
I think so, yeah.
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 What are you seeing? If there's one episode to watch video, it would
It's
be
probably
this
this
one,
one.
probably. It's not too late to switch over.
No. Satin tie and then some really chic white aviator sunnies.
These are very Joe.
Yeah, and then she obviously has her vintage Joe Bro tee on as well.
Mine is the 2009 tour, I believe. Yeah.
Yeah. And posture-wise, today I'm laying down. I'm really feeling comfy.
Feeling relaxed.
I'm feeling...
I'm not even going to ask what you're drinking because we're both drinking
Please
wine.
don't make me pick it up. It's on the floor.
Yeah, we're both drinking a glass of wine because it's not the morning as we're recording this, but we just felt like this episode needs a glass of wine because it's going to be a story time.
And it was a party. So I think we can just get straight on into roasts.
Yeah, let's go for it.
Okay.
I can kick us off.
Oh, okay. Go for it.
I have a medium roast for you today.
Okay.
And it is your lack of sense of direction. And I'm also I think you know where you want to go and you know how to get there generally. I don't find you lost quite often. However, Kate does this thing where instead of saying walk up the street when you're going north, you'll say, yeah, walk down the street. And in my head, I'm like, but I'm not going south. Why would I walk down the street? That would be walking up. And you'll say that about east-west as well.
No, not east-west.
You do.
I know my east and I know my west.
Okay. But you'll say it about south and north, and I'm like, that makes no sense. Sometimes,
I don't know.
Sometimes I'll take Kate's car and go grab stuff for the cafe, and I don't know where it's parked. So I'm like, where's Matilda? And you're like, oh, it's just down the street. I start walking the wrong direction. It's a problem.
So the other day we were talking about mistakes that we have made before, and I just want to reiterate that I went to Canada's Harvard. I have a really big brain. Mm-hmm. I am smart, and one time in grade 9 I labeled an entire map of North America as though it were Canada. The assignment was to label Canada, and if I may defend myself a little bit, my teacher had been really on me about my handwriting being too big, and I was just trying to squeeze all the province names into their provinces, and Northwest Territories that's a lot of letters. Yeah. Newfoundland and Labrador, that's a lot of letters. Mm-hmm. And I was paying a bit too much attention to the size of my handwriting and not so much attention to the fact that the Gulf of Mexico is not Ontario. So I'm not proud of it. But guess what? I went to Canada's Harvard. I went to McGill, yes. So it's fine, right?
So if you don't know your geography, there's still hope for you.
And I never claimed to be good at geography either, okay? That one was embarrassing, and I actually think that's a dark roast, especially because you made me talk about it.
Yeah. Okay, hit me.
So I have a medium roast for you. No, it's a light roast, honestly. And it's just that Vic went through a phase, and I would say that she does this in a lot of aspects of life. She's awful at canceling her orders. So she will sign up for reoccurring orders. It doesn't really matter what it is. And she will always threaten to cancel them and talk about how she needs to cancel them, and she will never, ever cancel them. It got to the worst extent of it, last winter she was ordering one of the meal kit things, And not only did she just stop selecting what she wanted, which is really unfortunate because she's allergic to shrimp. And if you don't select what you want, they just send you shrimp for every meal.
Because guess what? Nobody's selecting the
Nobody
shrimp.
wants the shrimp. So she's getting like shrimp pasta, shrimp tacos. She's like, I'm only allowed to eat 3 shrimp. Otherwise, I'm going to break out in hives.
And then I'm like texting you once a week, and I'm like, so do you want to come over for shrimp dinner?
Is
on the menu.
And I'm like, how many
like,
times
no.
a week do I need to eat shrimp for dinner? I'm okay, thanks. And I would tell her, can you please cancel your meal kit? I don't want to have to do this because obviously we eat meals together. Duh. What am I going to do? Stop eating meals with you? No. And it got to the point where I would play chef with like, it would be like a Food Network challenge with the boxes of food that she would receive, where I would take it and try and make something completely different out of the ingredients that were given to me. Do not consult the recipe card. And it probably took multiple weeks for you to like finally cancel it.
By the way, a 2-second process. I mean, one of the delivery services I did have to call, which I think is annoying. I think it's 2026 and we shouldn't have to call to cancel things ever. Like, it should just be a button.
Yeah.
So that was annoying, but it didn't take me long.
No.
I should have done it a long time ago.
But you put things like that off big time.
Yeah, that is one of my least favorite things about myself. So thank you for bringing it into like the roast area.
You're welcome. Same with like you recently got a Crave subscription. Like you're probably gonna have that forever. That's never never gonna cancel that.
My Crave subscription is for the people. Let's not forget the whole reason my group of friends was able to watch Heated Rivalry. That was weight carried on my back. So, Kate, why are we decked out in Jonas Brothers outfits right now?
Well, I just like to dress like this.
Aside from that.
Oh, excuse me. Sorry. Well, flashback to a couple months ago, you and I embarked on the journey of a lifetime. And we figured we would tell the people.
What they really want to hear.
What they really want to hear. Do our public service.
Yeah.
And basically just tell everyone about how the Jonas Brothers fell in love with us.
Of course.
Because it happened.
It happened and it's real. And this is our side of the story. What was your relationship to the Jonas Brothers before all of this went down? Let's backtrack.
Okay. Disney Channel. Duh. And I specifically remember them the most on the Disney Channel Olympic Games.
Not Olympic, but yes.
The Disney Channel Games. Sorry, I've got Olympics on the mind still. Yeah, really remember them there. I remember like a skinny headband going on.
Headband is a stretch. It was a string.
Right. It was sport tape. Oh, was that sport?
Was it Joe or Nick that wore it?
I thought it was Joe, but you know what I'm talking about? That stretchy sport band that comes in the roll that's like foam.
Give me a second.
That's what it's called now.
That didn't like scratch the itch. Whatever.
Okay, so
apparently
if any of that gets back in, apparently it's pre-wrap. And I really thought we called it something else, but whatever. And then I remember Camp Rock mostly. Like that was my Jonas Brothers
intro. Yeah,
those were my Jonas Brothers. Yeah. And then in the very end, I remember their Jonas show.
When they lived in the like firehouse and they went down the fire poles.
Something like that. Yeah. So that's kind of what, like who they were to me.
Right.
What about you?
So the Jonas Brothers were my introduction into boy band world. They were the first boy band that I was ever obsessed with, which is huge. And I was a Nick girl through and through. From the moment I saw that man on the Hannah Montana episode that they were featured on. Maybe that was my first time seeing them ever. But I remember being like, yep, this is my new obsession, you know? And my mother didn't let me hang any posters on my wall in my room because she thought I was tacky, which I partly agree on. But she did let me hang posters in my closet. And my closet as a like 8-year-old kid was full of posters of Nick Jonas.
You know, when I went home over the holidays and I went and visited your family, as I do when you're not there.
Thanks for the invite.
Your mom was taking me on a little tour of the house, and obviously this existed in a post-Joe Bro world. She was taking me on a little tour and showing me all of the updates that her and your dad had done, like over Christmas time. And we were upstairs, and she was like, and this is the closet where the posters were. And I was like, oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Like I'd been in here, but you know, I hadn't been like in the closet.
Just know that you did not experience the closet in its prime.
I can imagine, though.
Yeah, I was fully obsessed. And I believe it was their second album, was one of the first CDs I ever owned. And I was fully into it. So,
And then, in like, what was it, 2019? It was it was the year before COVID, I guess, 2019-ish, when they put their new music out. I remember liking that.
Yeah.
It's good. It's a solid album.
yeah,
They came back.
totally.
And then even before that, when Joe had his other band,
Yes.
I enjoyed that. But I think for me, that was just like High School Music. For you, it was...
Sport Check music.
And Vic does this thing because she famously worked at Sport Check.
That was my first job as a cashier.
And every now and then, whether it's like on the radio or I have some shuffle going on Spotify from like 2014 to 2017, she'll be like, ugh, this song was on the Sport Check playlist.
Yeah, and that makes it hard for me to really like love
Anything.
Yeah.
That's kind of where we were at then with our Joe Bros. But now, like, we've just reached something else.
We've reached new levels of connection with them.
Nick Jonas song levels with them.
levels.
So basically, let's just get into it.
Okay, so in the past year, I have been notified here and there that Mr. Joe Jonas has been liking my cafe-related content, mainly on Instagram, and obviously every time it happened, I freaked out and sent it to the group chat right away, and I'm just a girl. And then this past fall, I was scrolling on TikTok one day, one of Joe's videos popped up on my For You page. I said, let me see what Joe's been up to lately. Went to go stalk him. I go to his profile, it says follow back. Like, oof, I am so sorry, Joe. I have not been following you back this whole time. I had no clue he was following me. So obviously I toss him the follow back out of respect and, team follow back, especially if you're Joe Jonas. And for a few weeks, maybe even a month, Kate and I were going back and forth, kind of just debating whether we should DM him or not, which is already crazy to be considering whether you should DM Joe Jonas or not.
Because it kind of started as like a far-fetched joke. But then we would see like he is a coffee guy. He likes coffee, always talks about it, posts about it. And we had seen that he had people come backstage and serve coffee to like the band and the brothers and the crew and whoever. But every time we talked about it over that like month, probably it got more serious each time. It was like, no, but like, what if we actually did? Yeah. And like, what would we say?
Yeah. And then we realized that they were going to be in Montreal for their tour. And then I think that's when we were like, oh, so this is a sign.
Yeah.
So we kind of have to.
Yeah.
And also we didn't really have anything to lose.
No, what was the worst that happened? You didn't reply?
Yeah.
Okay,
Joe Jonas left me on red. Like, whatever,
Yeah. I've been rejected enough times that like, that's not gonna sting. Whatever.
One of my biggest childhood crushes from the biggest boy band that I've been obsessed with forever. Whatever.
So we DM him and he doesn't reply.
And
so what do? We
follow
double
up.
text.
I was like, Joe, like, just checking in.
Joe.
Like, that was the vibe of the second message there.
And guess what? Success.
Nothing but net.
Nothing but net. Then we have a little chit chat with Joe Jonas over DM. What the fuck? And
this was over the course of like a few days.
Yeah, a few days. Insane behavior. Like, it was like texting your crush on steroids. Like, every single word of each sentence was so thought out.
Everything mattered.
And
we had, like, the council was in on this. Yeah. We had our friends, like, picture 4 girls in a living room, like, actually putting so much serious brain power into drafting these messages. And then being like, oh, he's online. Oh my God.
It's time to send it. It's time to send it.
We just got a response. Like, it was
throwing a phone around like it was a hot potato. And
I wish I could relive just that moment. That was enough for me. That was enough of a high.
I know. Well, it exists in my head as like a cinematic moment from our lives.
Totally.
From there, we figure out that this is going to happen. Joe's on board. And then we talk to his team. We talk to some other teams. We talk to all the teams. Don't worry about it. And we basically figure out like, okay, this is the plan. This is where you're going to be. This is what you're going to do. And it was kind of crazy timing. Like it was coming off of, arguably December's probably our busiest month of the year.
Yeah.
And I think we had a run of like 3 different major pop-ups and events. And it was just like bam, 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 and then go hang out and serve coffee.
Yeah.
For the Jonas Brothers.
And that was the last thing we did last year. Jonas Brothers, wrap that, and then it's the holidays, and then that's the only thing that people are asking about during the holidays, and it's awesome.
Like you
get
win
to tell the
every
story
single party.
every time. Like it's like over and over again from the top.
I guess let's set the scene now because it was a Wednesday. I took a vacation day at work, obviously. Nobody questioned it. I didn't tell anyone what I was doing. Not that I have to, but like what a ridiculous
I have
thing.
business to handle.
I was like nobody questioned why I was taking one singular vacation day in the middle of a week. Well, because who would think that it was for this? Anyways, I'm allowed to do what I want to do. So we wake up. It's very early. Was what? Well, I had to bake cookies.
The crack of dawn.
It was the crack of dawn. So wake up, aim to leave, I guess, at like 6 or something. Because we wanted to be at Centre Bell, which is the like biggest venue, I guess you would say, in Montreal. It's the home of the Habs, the Montreal Canadiens. And it's like just a big old arena. It's like downtown. It's where Shane Hollander plays. So
If you're familiar.
if you're familiar.
Also known as home of the Montreal Metros.
So we haul ourselves down there. Something just like, again, cinematic moment to set the scene. A few days prior to this, we had done our Saturday Cafe on tour. So there was a small Christmas tree strapped to the roof of my car. We did not take it off.
Why would we?
Why would we? That's actually a lot of effort. It took a lot of time to put that thing on there. So yeah, we pull up with that on the top of my car. Go in, just like Habs, go Habs everywhere. Like crazy already experience of just seeing what the inside of that place looks like when you're not there to watch a game or a concert.
Yeah.
Crew shows up, they like start rolling, like literally rolling all of the shit in to build the stage, and then right before our eyes they build a whole ass stage.
Which was so entertaining to watch.
Like speechless, honestly. It is crazy how efficient these teams are.
No, and it really made me realize like how much goes into these big tours.
Yeah.
There's so much you guys don't see behind the scenes.
But it's true.
No, it's true.
So
There are so many people that are involved in like making a concert happen, and it's awesome.
And the people were so lovely.
Yeah, they were
like
really
it was so fun. It didn't matter who you were talking to. Like everybody was just from all over the place. A lot of people from Las Vegas. But yeah, just like lovely people, security, catering, whatever. And so we started serving coffee to basically everyone and anyone who wanted a coffee, who would walk by.
Yeah.
We'd chat them up.
I unfortunately did forget our syrups and our sign that morning.
And you know, Vic had been, I think we talked about this last week, but like on my fucking ass about don't forget stuff. And then this is the day she forgets. And so she had to go home. She had to run home. It's fine. Water under the bridge now.
Water under the bridge. Let's not get into it too much. It's fine. But I get back and
thank God you got back when you got back, because you know, I was holding down the fort for the time that you were gone. It wasn't a big deal.
Yeah,
it was just crew, blah, blah, blah. Vic comes back. She was back in the kitchen doing something, kind of slowly comes back towards the cart. I stand up, and who is standing in front of me but Franklin Jonas.
Hey, Frankie.
Hey, Frankie. First of all, you're my age. What the heck? Second of all, you just look like a Jonas brother, which, like, you are a Jonas brother. But, like, boy, oh boy, you look like them.
Yes.
And Vic comes over, thank God, because I was like, I've never met a celebrity. What the hell?
And I was playing it so chill. Too chill, in fact, that you were like, you were giving me the eyes and you were like, are you clocking? Are you clocking who the fuck that is? And I was like, dude, like in our heads, I was like, dude, like, yes, I am. Like, I'm just trying to be normal and chill.
Why am I freaking out over Frankie Jonas?
It's Frankie. Like, he's just our guy. And he's so chill.
That was, I think, I think it was just like,
oh, we're doing
brief
this.
Nerves.
Yeah.
And then when he was like, can I get an iced Americano? I was like, oh, you're actually just a guy. First of many Frankie run-ins.
Totally.
Great opener for the day because...
Oh my God, did you ever kiki with that guy?
Well, yeah, he's my little bestie now. But we had a hoot and a half, and I'm sure we'll get into it later, but he's my favorite Jonas brother.
We keep serving coffees, and then we were told that sound check was going to start around like 3 o'clock-ish.
Yeah.
So that's when we were like, in that afternoon portion, that's when we were like, okay, let's lock in.
Who was our next character that we kind of met? Oh, Jesse McCartney.
Mr. Jesse McCartney in his burgundy tracksuit, in his two-piece.
Yeah, that was
his Puma two-piece.
Yeah, that was a choice. That one was just crazy because I was like, whoa, I thought you were a character on Hannah Montana. How are you here?
How are you in
How are you
real life
real?
in front of me?
Yeah. Anyways, lovely man.
Really nice.
Really lovely, lovely man. Loved our gingerbread latte.
Yeah, and also just like the concept of seeing Jesse McCartney walk off of soundcheck stage with his Saturday Cafe cup in hand. Crazy. That's a crazy sighting.
Yeah. Great guy. Really enjoyed meeting him. Then we probably took some time for lunch. We hung out. We did get to go kind of see inside the stage. It was pretty awesome.
Mm-hmm. Sorry.
No, that's okay.
What were you going to say?
I was going to say that we got to see the Zambonis. And that was really exciting. And like, I know that you probably want to talk about what comes next, but like, do you remember when we got to go see the, but like we got to see the Hab Zamboni, and that was really cool. And it was in its little Zamboni parking spot.
Yeah.
Okay, carry on to
and
like meeting the Jonas Brothers or
after
whatever.
the thrill of seeing the Zambonis, we're still slinging more coffees, and Kate is probably in the middle of like frothing a drink or whatever. And out of the corner of my eye, I see Joe and Nick enter the building, and I'm freaking out. And I know that you don't like have my attention, and I'm trying to like, again, I'm trying to telepathically tell you to lock in, and you're just chatting away.
No,
with
I was
whoever.
locked in elsewhere, and
yes.
yeah.
But anyways, out of the corner of my eye, I see Joe come towards me. Because we know each other, like, because we're just like close like that. I think he like recognized me or whatever, like no big deal. He goes in to shake my hand. Unfortunately, I was already going in for the hug by the time I realized he was going in to shake my hand. There was no time for me to switch gears, and I just went in for the hug. Mm-hmm. Full send. Yes. Now he did say like as he like clocked that I was going in for the hug, he did say, "Oh, okay, hug." I don't know if that was like good connotation, bad, neutral. I'm just gonna tell myself that it was a good connotation because he's a nice guy. But for a split second, I did like kind of have this fear that I would be tackled to the ground for giving Joe a hug by his bodyguard, who is none other than Big Rob.
Honestly, not a bad way to go.
Anyway, so I'm hugging Joe, and Nick is just there, and he's like, "Hey," and I'm like, "Hey, shy guy." Like he was just like
he was just there.
He was just there, like quiet, like cute Nick. You know, like.
Meanwhile, I look up from whatever nonsense I'm doing to see Vic hugging Joe Jonas, and I was like kind of stuck in the corner because of how the cart was, and I was like, I'm not going in for the hug, so I go for the handshake.
You go in for the handshake, and immediately I'm like, "Yep, that's probably what I should have done."
Oh my God, I like kind of blacked it out.
Fucking idiot. Anyways, and then they're kind of like, "We'll come back." We'll
circle back.
We had a line of people going, and like, you know, you might be celebrities, but you're not gonna cut the line. So we're in the middle of making our drinks.
So yeah, I don't know, they go do their thing, and we keep going. Frankie probably comes back, gets his like whatever coffee of the day. He's hanging. We're like, that's our guy, Frankie. Mm-hmm. The brothers start doing their sound check, and I do something really interesting. Yeah.
No, you're just so chill, girl.
Some spirit possessed me on that day, and I was the chillest girl aside from that initial Frankie run-in. Like, I was the chillest girl on the face of this fucking planet. Like, no one was more chill than me. Mm-hmm. I had a vintage rugby shirt on, and I looked so cool and you so
were wearing
chill.
The shit out of that thing.
Like, jeans,
really
my
cool.
sneakers. Like, yeah. I was just so chill, girl. And that led to some interesting things. So we go over to the stage at one point just to kind of like snoop around, see what's happening, whatever.
Pop our heads into like
Pop our
places that we
heads-
probably shouldn't have been in, whatever.
Exactly. Nick walks by, sees us on his way to the stage, and I sup nod him. Like, I don't know how else to say it. I go, hey.
Full sup nod.
Bruh. What am I, a frat boy?
And like, it was just so funny because we were right at the entrance to the stage. Like, we had and he had already met us at the coffee cart. Like, we had no business being right by the stage. And you're like, yeah, I'm just gonna, yeah, sup.
So, like, honestly, like, why am I trying to, like, show you that I, like,
Yeah.
What? Hello?
I don't know what came
Something
over you.
came over
You were
me.
a different person when I witnessed that sup nod.
It was terrifying. Anyways, he was like, sir, back at me. And I was like, sir, dude. Like, that's how it felt. It was ridiculous.
Sorry, I just realized that my tie has been like not
my God,
sitting
that's
at a good
embarrassing.
place this whole time.
That's really embarrassing.
yeah, it's kind of like the central part of the fit, so it's just really embarrassing. Anyway,
God.
carry on.
So that's what that felt like. And then I was like, you know what? I have to get back to behind the cart. Like, bad things happen
Yeah.
when they let me out.
And then at some point, Joe's like main guy came over and ordered him a cortado. And I think in that moment we were kind of like, shit, like, were we too weird? Is Joe not going to come back to the cart?
Is it because I sup-nodded Nick?
Is it because I hugged you when you wanted to handshake me? I was really in my head about it. So we felt a little let down and kind of thought they wouldn't come back to the cart.
But we could see from the little, like, video village area
The monitors.
where I had once famously sup-nodded Nick, we could see Joe out there with his Saturday Cafe cup on stage. What the hell? Like, that was
Yeah.
crazy. And then we would just, like, scurry back behind the cart.
Make more drinks.
Exactly.
Freak out.
All
over
whatever.
again. Yeah.
And just, like, rinse and repeat that until we look up and bam, there they are.
All three brothers. And
1, 2, 3, smack in front of us.
and Big Rob.
And also Big Rob.
At this point, we had the cookies out.
Uh-huh.
And
That's where that video comes from.
they're kind of like freaking out because they weren't there prior. And Joe comes out like, the coffee was so good. And we're like, oh my God, thanks. And then he sees the cookies and that's when he grabbed his video
Yeah.
of him grabbing a cookie.
Yeah.
And
Big day for Kate's cookies.
honestly, my heart is racing. In that moment, I blacked out. I think I was chill girl, but I also was very aware of the fact that, like,
The situation
I'm not here
was
right
really
now.
not chill.
I'm really not here right now. One thing I'll say about the Jonas Brothers, I think their personalities are exactly what you think they would be in person. Like, Joe is the loud, funny one. Nick is shy, sweet guy. Kevin is goofy, like,
Older
warm.
brother.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it felt really surreal to meet them.
I know. Yeah. And then Joe kind of starts talking to us about, like, the cafe. And, like, it's not really even just to us. It's to his brothers, kind of being like, so, you know, they started, like, in her apartment. It was your apartment, right?
Yeah.
You're like, yeah, it was my apartment. He's like, yeah, so they started in the apartment. And, like, now they do things like this. And Vic and I are like,
Oh.
what?
Oh, so you know our
So
story.
you know what we did?
Yeah.
You know who we are? Mm-hmm. Oh my God.
So Nick orders his drink first. I didn't hear him because he's shy, quiet guy. Had to ask him to repeat himself. He ordered an iced Americano, for those wondering. And, like, right after, Kate's like, so should we empty the drip tray right now?
Okay.
I'm like, hey, girl, right now? Like, right now, as the three Jonas Brothers are ordering their coffees, for context, when we do these pop-ups, especially with the cart, we use this machine. Kind of has a small drip tray, in my opinion, and we have to empty the water quite frequently. I guess we didn't time it very well with the Jonas Brothers, and it was full by the time they came to order. And I was like, any other time, dude, like, if there's a little bit of a leak, we can handle it. We're not going to empty, like, gross coffee water.
Listen, the consequences.
Right in front of the Jonas Brothers.
I kind of touched on this before. The consequences of being the chillest girl ever it's that weird things kind of happen in like other sectors where maybe you don't really expect it. So like maybe that is like an unexpected step nod, or maybe it is hyperfixating on the fact that the drip tray should be emptied at this particular moment. And
I was really like, hey, right now, girl. I like look over to the Jonas Brothers. I'm like, hey, right now, in this exact moment.
They're just celebrities. They're just like us, okay? They can wait for me to empty the drip tray.
But anyways, so we make Nick his drink. And I think at one point you just like buffered, like you were like about to pull the shot for Nick's Americano, and then you just stopped in your tracks. And I was like, hey, so that shot for like.
Well,
Nick,
it was busy. We were talking to them. We were
ice.
doing things. They were talking about the cookies. They were asking about us. Joe was too busy running his little mouth about all the things he knew about the cafe. He was like, hey, brothers, they started in the apartment. Right, Vic? You started in the apartment? Yeah. Anyway, so they started in the apartment, and like now they do pop-ups and things like this. Yeah, I'm going to be buffering.
Yeah.
When Joe Jonas is giving a fucking speech about Saturday's Cafe. Saturday's Cafe. Also known as. And you know what? If I have to rebrand, it's not a problem. Anything for you, Joe.
Anything.
But yeah, I buffered a little. Again, the implications of being a chill girl. Then they say, well, Joe says, can we get a picture with you? Now, I know, I know that that's probably like a PR whatever move. Is that what you would call? I don't know, a celeb thing.
Yeah, it's definitely like, I think it's probably like a media trained way to be like,
do you want a picture?
I think it's maybe for them to be like, let's wrap up this encounter. Like, let's make sure that the fans get their photo. I'm sure they do it with a lot of people.
No, definitely.
But the way that we heard it in our heads
is,
oh, so you want a photo with us?
Oh, so you're obsessed with us?
Oh, okay.
Oh, you love us. I mean,
I guess
we're kind of clocked into
fan.
work now, and like I have to empty the drip tray, but like, yeah, I guess I could like sneak in a quick photo. So
just one though.
Just like one. And like maybe no videos, like I don't know. But famously, Big Rob takes our photo and video. And something about this photo is that Victoria and I have never looked better. We are
glowing.
Our smiles are perfectly practiced and rehearsed, which, you know, we haven't talked about that on the podcast, but another day we will talk about
how we practice
our smiling and how practice does make perfect.
Oh, totally.
And insert this photo as reference because boy, those are some perfect smiles.
That photo of us is so good to the point that now we refer to it as our standard of like how we want to look in photos.
It's our Joe Bro Glow.
Joe Bro Glow.
Yeah.
The face card, like we just locked in so fast.
Yeah.
I was so proud of us.
Like never being denied with that face card. And
also, if you aren't familiar with who Big Rob is, first of all, I'm embarrassed for you. Second of all,
I'm disappointed in you.
Yes. And third of all, Big Rob is who does the rap in Burning Up. Mm-hmm. Probably one of the best rap
verses
of a single ever.
So they go prep, I don't know, whatever you do before your show. Frankie Jonas comes back over. Now, this time Frankie's a little stressed. He comes over.
He's on a mission.
He says, I bet these two bitches are going to be able to help me. He comes over and he goes, are you guys from here? No. But like, we live here, kind of, a little bit. What do you need? He's like, well, every time I do a show somewhere, because he was opening for them, because he has a band. And every time I do a show, we like perform a cover of a band.
A local band.
Like a band, yeah. I want to do something from Arcade Fire. I'm like, okay, sweet.
Sweet.
Internally thinking to myself, Arcade Fire is from Montreal? Huh. The more you know. Externally, I'm like, no problem, my dude. I can help you. Meanwhile,
good thing you came to Chill Girl.
Yeah, good thing you came to #1 Chill Girl ever. And that bitch definitely knows Arcade Fire's entire discography. Mm-hmm. So he goes, what should I do? I say, Suburbs. Oh, that one doesn't have like the best chorus to sing and whatever. And I was like, okay, so that's like the only Arcade Fire song I know. So like, I don't really know what you, like, I'm just going to stand here and defend myself. Like You're
really selling it. You're like, no.
But like, it's the most popular, like
trust.
Yeah. So we have our nice little convo. He leaves feeling safe and secure in his choice of Arcade Fire song. You're welcome. Then what?
Then we wrap up our coffee cart service for the day.
Yeah.
And we get to watch Jesse McCartney open for the Jonas Brothers. Mm-hmm. We meet up with our friends who are already at their spots. Mm-hmm. Obviously, we have the best freaking seats in the house. We're
It was
like
insane. Never been
third
closer.
row, pretty much center stage.
Yeah.
So close. And
something important happened when we got there. So we're on a high, obviously, from the day. And we get to our seats. We meet up with our friends. It's
and
joyous.
obviously, like, we're like freaking out. We're like,
they're like, tell us everything. We haven't been on our phones because we've been so busy all day. So it's like, it's mini debrief time.
yeah.
And
Mini debrief, but we can't really get into it because Jesse McCartney is literally performing.
like
right
our
now.
friend Jesse's on stage. And as this is all kind of going on and we're watching, Joe is actively posting on Instagram about us. What the fuck? So
People are blowing up our lines.
literally people are like, holy shit. Also to the extent that some of the girls around us in the crowd were like,
Oh my God.
aren't you on his story right now? Isn't that you guys? Bruh. Yes, it is. Insane. And
So
then
Joe posts his 2 stories for those who did not have the pleasure of seeing them as they went live. The first one was him holding his Saturday Cafe takeout cup
Iconic.
on stage. And the second one was a video of him grabbing a Kate's cookie and like asking us what the flavor is. And you can hear us both being like, they're triple chocolate.
Triple chocolate with sea salt on
salt
top.
on top. You're going to love them, Joe. Basically what we sounded like.
Yeah.
And so he posted those 2 stories and we could see that he was still like kind of stalking us because he went in and liked an old reel of ours and then followed us on our cafe account on Instagram. So every few minutes as these notifications are popping up, we're like freaking the fuck out all over again. We're like, he posted again. Oh my God, he followed us. Oh my God.
And like
being so probably annoying and obnoxious in our
Centreville.
seats.
Yeah. We had some drinks, we had some hot dogs, we had some popcorn.
And the concert was amazing.
Incredible. Like I would like to see them live again.
Definitely
It was
one
so
of the best
good.
concerts I've ever seen.
And that's saying a lot too, because Centreville famously has really bad acoustics. And
Sure. I didn't know that.
yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I believe you.
Like it was insane. It was so good. They had a live band. It was also so cool. Like we had met all of those band members earlier in the day, served them coffee. So it was really fun to see them up there and be like, oh, right. That was like the saxophone player that we talked to, or like, oh, that must be like one of the like guitarists or whatever. But like full stage band. It was so awesome.
Yeah. They put on like such an amazing show. It also was really cool to just see like how many Jonas Brothers songs I actually knew. Because obviously like I knew that I would know all of their old stuff. But like there were quite a few new songs that I was like, oh, like I can sing along to all of this. Like I actually know all these songs.
Yeah.
I mean, we did pregame the set list a little bit, but you know.
Well, yeah, that's like kind of your
Naturally.
responsibility.
Big Rob did come out for his rap.
It was awesome.
It was so awesome.
He did a great job. And they had a surprise guest. Simple Plan came out. Now, if you had asked me if Simple Plan was Canadian, I maybe would have guessed yes. If you had asked me if Simple Plan was from Quebec, no way. Like I never in a million years would have said yes to that. So just picture this, like earlier in the day, a very heavily tattooed man comes up to the coffee cart. I'm just chatting people up. I'm like, oh yeah, what can I get for you? Nice. So where are you from? And he's like, oh, I'm from Montreal. And I was like, oh, no way.
Oh my God, fellow Montrealer.
Like, how awesome. And then he was like, yeah, but like I live in LA now. And I was like, oh, nice. Like, why are you there? What's got you there? And he's like, oh, work like I'm in a band. And I'm like, oh, nice. Good for you.
Most chill, humble guy ever.
Yeah.
He was really nice.
And only when he comes out as Simple Plan on stage do I realize that,
oh, that's the guy that we
Simple
were talking
Plan.
to.
Oh, that's the guy from Simple Plan.
Oh, that's the guy that used to live in Montreal and now lives in LA
for work because he's in a band.
Yeah.
Right. Everyone in the world except for me seemed to know that they're from Montreal.
when we were telling this to our friends, they were like,
ashamed.
You guys are fucking idiots.
Yeah, pretty much. So concert wraps. We need to go pack up all of our stuff, obviously, because we have our whole cart there and everything. So back down we go to little Miss Matilda, who's
definitely like almost lost our voices.
Oh, totally.
By the way.
We go find her. She's chilling with the tour buses, like where she belongs. Like
fitting right in,
like
with
fitting
her
right
Christmas
in.
tree.
It's just, you know, tour bus. 2012 Kia Rio with a Christmas tree strapped to the top of it. Tour bus. Like where she belongs. She's with her family.
Yeah.
And we are packing up all of our things into the car post-concert high. And who emerges from in between the tour buses?
Frankie
Jonas.
Who would have guessed?
Who would have guessed? The man walks over to us.
You can't get rid of him.
You can't get rid of him. And we're like, hey, dude. Well, actually, you were busy packing up the car.
Yeah.
Me personally, I said, oh, there's my best friend, Frankie. Time to go kiki. So go over, we chit chat. That's just my guy.
Yeah. You guys were just chatting while I was packing up the car. And I was like, I kind of want to go over and kiki, but like, I'm just going to be chill girl and continue packing up the car. Because like, if I like stopped packing up the car to go kiki with him, it would have been like way too obvious that I wasn't
Yeah, you had to
girl.
keep it chill.
I was like, I'll let you take this one, Kate.
Yeah. And it was like a really lovely end to the evening. Mm-hmm. And we said farewell to Frankie. That was it. We packed up. We drove home. Windows down. JB blasting.
Just two girls screaming at the top of their lungs.
Yeah. And then what? Did we hit the A&W drive-thru?
Honestly, like that drive back, I was like, life is a movie right now.
Life was
like we just
life
met
was
the
so a
fucking
movie.
Jonas Brothers. Joe knows about our life.
We went to the best concert ever.
We danced our little butts off with our friends. And now we get to like go to the A&W drive-thru and unpack this fucking car.
And that pretty much brings us to the end of like maybe the craziest day ever.
And also the greatest love story ever.
Well, yeah, I have 3 boyfriends now. 4 if you count Frankie.
It was everything I wanted it to be and more.
And I hope to remember that day for the rest of my life.
And I know that we will, because I know that we both journaled about it separately
yes.
in great detail.
And also I hope to meet them again, because guess what? They rock.
Mm-hmm. So thank you, Joe, for being so obsessed with coffee and making this happen for us.
Yeah.
Like,
we love you almost as much as you love us.
And almost as much as we love Frankie.
And almost as much as we love Frankie.
And now we live in a post-Jonas Brothers world.
And
things feel a little different. Like,
things do feel different.
Something has shifted in the air, and I know that you guys have been feeling it too, and you couldn't pinpoint. You were like, oh, it was like around December 18th, like something shifted. Like, I don't know what's been up since.
It's been this.
And now you have the answers. Sorry, I need to take these off.
Oh my God. Yeah, I know. I can't take them off because I know that when I take them off, there's going to be a line from this hat and there's going to be something weird from these sunglasses. So I'm just going to hunker down and stay like this for the rest of the episode.
I have one last question for you.
Mm-hmm.
What are you ordering this week?
I'm going to order some cross-country skiing.
Ooh.
Yeah. I have skis and I mean, we're kind of nearing the end of winter, hopefully. It's feeling very springy in Montreal these days, but it's my first cross-country ski season and I would like to get a little bit more in. So hoping to do that this weekend when we're in the woods. And yeah. What about you?
That's awesome. I'm kind of thinking in the same wavelength as you are, looking ahead to our weekend in the woods. I'm ordering some hot tub time.
Ooh.
Yeah, with perhaps a big glass of wine.
Ooh. Can I even take that one step further and say hot tub time post cross-country ski,
Mm-hmm.
big glass of wine?
Yeah, you know what? Let's put it on the same tab.
Yeah. And if we can just like follow up with a dessert order, the dessert order is going to be we.
Oh, yeah.
Specifically,
we're bringing the weed.
Yeah, we're bringing the weed to the woods, obviously. And like, I'm going to demolish all of you in Mario Kart.
Oh, yeah. We'll see about that.
May the best baby Daisy or baby Peach win. I think we all know it's going to be baby Daisy.
Peach. Oh.
I guess we're just gonna have to wait and see.
Anyways.
Yeah. And with that,
go listen to some Jonas
go
Brothers,
listen
guys.
to our close personal friends' music. Like, they're kind of small and upcoming.
Support
so
small artists.
yeah, and like their family and
Family business, and just go support, guys.
go support.
You'll love them, we promise.
Yeah, you will.
Right.
Okay, bye, Stinkies.
Bye.